I have some pointers on how to actually have a social life, or how to balance a social life in your early 20s after high school. So, like I said last week, if we're being honest, COVID-19 plus childhood trauma and other stuff affect how people socialize in society. And I mean, if you were supposed to ask me, or if I asked you, when was the last time you and your friends hanged out without any ulterior motive, like no trauma dumping, no networking, no side hustle talk, no agenda, just literally just chilling? Like, sometimes I just go over my friend's house to eat dinner, like literally. I mean, I'd say 2022, 2023 maybe. I mean, life has been so hectic that sometimes you can't even just, go to brunch for the sake of brunch, or go to Chili's to get food for the sake of Chili's, or go shopping. Because I think running errands with your friends is a good way how you can just hang out for the sake of hanging out. So let's do a run through why your social life was easy in high school. I think I talked about that in my previous video. High school friendships were on easy mode because everybody had the same schedule, everybody had the same classes, everybody had the same subjects. You sit next to each other, everybody had the same clubs and societies, same teachers. We saw each other sing every single day. So community in high school and college was formed through close proximity, right? But right now, if you don't text people first, or if you don't plan dates or drive or coordinate events, or say like, so what's your schedule? I mean, your friendship will probably just evaporate. You have to put in the effort. And sadly, nobody would warn you that in adulthood, your friendship is gonna look like Google Calendar and everybody's availability is different. It's just as sad, but it's true. I mean, and after graduation, some people move, they migrate, they get into corporate, they get into tech, they start going to community college. Some people become the low energy person, and sometimes the group chat dies out. Oh, we should hang soon. Or it's complete silence, or it's just memes. Literally. I mean, if you're still craving, some people will think that if you're still craving connection from your friends, it's like, oh, am I needy? Or is everyone emotionally unavailable? When really, both things can be true, but at the same time, we weren't really taught how to maintain friendships without structure, because growing up, we were just taught to show up. But now showing up requires intention, because in high school, you were just showing up. And your friends would be there at school, at class. So, but now everybody's working, and somehow society has decided that your job has now become your identity. Some people have no personality at work, like, or no personality outside of work, and it's just exhausting. And after your job, you're just drained and you're tired. And when people hit you up and like, do you want to hang out? Do you want to come see me? We should go do this. But everything's just so and if you're not careful, your friendship will feel like a chore. Not because you don't care, but because you're overstimulated, my bad. Because you're overstimulated and you're not connecting one-on-one as you would used to, right? So it'll feel like your friendship is dying out sometimes, when really it's just that life is life in. Literally. That's all it is sometimes. Did I mention that work is stealing our personalities? I mean, I might sound sketchy, but it's true, because your job just has this extensive pressure on you. You come home, you're drained, and hanging out might seem like another obligation if you're not careful, depending on how tired you are. And People will be like, oh, I need my friends, I need to do this, I need to do that. Sometimes you just need to find balance, you need to find your rhythm, you need to find your groove. I still got her groove back. Like, really, you just need to find your groove, because I think my hot take is that you don't need a bigger social life. You don't need 10K followers, you don't need 100K followers, you don't need 1 million followers. You just need one sustainable social life. You need hobbies, you need friends, and you need to categorize people correctly in your life. And instead of building low pressure communities like, oh, we just text because we have each other's number, oh, we like each other's status on WhatsApp because we have each other's number, let us actually be intentional. Like, for people in Jamaica, if you have a PriceSmart card, I would say it would be good if you and your friend could hang out during that time. You could catch up. So like every month in, or every second month in, or every other month in, I mean, you would go and you go shopping. For people in America, you go to Costco, right? And just hang out while you're grocery shopping, right? Probably set up coffee dates or after work sessions. Like every other Friday, you and your friend will go to a new restaurant or something, or a monthly movie night with all your friends, depending on how things are with y'all. I mean, personally, community doesn't have to be loud. You don't have to be traveling to Bora Bora. You don't have to be in the Philippines. You don't have to be in Thailand taking pictures of the waterfall. You just have to be consistent. You have to keep showing up. You have to check in on people. Literally, I think people forget sometimes that the phone works both ways. The phone works both ways. Another thing is that in adulthood, friendship can feel awkward. I mean, I feel like I'm personally experiencing this because, like, this contract job I'm on right now, I was trying to connect with my coworker because I'm like, they're cool. I think we'd make great friends because I think we hit it off good and we had good compatibility, right? But people make it so awkward sometimes. But I do understand some people just go to work. Some people do not want to make friends. Some people just go to work, clock in, do their work, and go home. They don't even want to talk to you. They don't want to see you outside of work hours. But I believe, like, because of the close proximity at work, you and your coworker just bound to, like, hit it off in a good way, in a positive light, right? I mean, another thing is that nobody talks about how making friends as an adult feels like you're dating, because sometimes you're like, do they like me or are they just polite? And sometimes when you hang out with somebody, it's like, okay, are we friends now or are we just networking? Because I know somebody and they know somebody and we could link each other with internships or job opportunities, right? And someone has the risk of being ignored. Someone has to invite, someone has to text first, because community requires vulnerability. And I think our generation is scared of vulnerability. We're scared of being our honest and authentic selves. Everybody want to show up nonchalant. Y'all low-key genuinely pissing me off sometimes. Balancing responsibility without losing your soul. That's my next point. Okay, so you can be responsible and social. I think I was talking about this at work the other night. I'm like, there's a thin line at my job right now. I think there's a thin line between being social and being responsible, because I think my coworkers really just let work drain the life out of them, and because of that, they don't know how to be social. They just know how to work. So when I'm talking about certain stuff, like if I'm on TikTok live and I'm talking about certain stuff, I'm like, they're like, oh, you have a social life? I'm like, you don't? So there's kind of like a little iffy vibe in the office right now, because I have a social life and they don't. It's sad. It's crazy though. I do try to put them on, but like, because I'm the youngest in the office, I feel like people won't really take my word for it. But age has nothing to do with maturity, right? I think you can also be ambitious and playful, and you can be tired but still connected, because a lot of times you can get exhausted by the turns and the shifts and the hassles of life, but it doesn't take you, hey y'all, I'm not really feeling up to it right now, but I just want y'all to know I'm good, I'm alive, yada yada yada. Right? It takes nothing to send a message. The problem is that I think that people treat social life like a reward instead of need. Like, okay, I worked hard, I got paid, now it's time to go hit the movies. You can go to the movies anytime you want. You could literally use your PTO and just call out one random Wednesday and go to the movies, or Tuesday, because I think they have a 2-for-1, and bring somebody with you, or go see 2 movies yourself. Wait, is that how it works? The 2-for-1 deal? No, I don't think that's how it works. Another thing is that social burnout is real. Social burnout is real, and everybody comes back from social burnout differently. Some people come back from social burnout with being around their people who breathe life into them, people they can just be themselves around. Other people get back from social burnout by isolating. I can speak on it myself personally. Like, my day ones know, I would disappear off, I would go MIA. No location, no social media. Like, the amount of socials I have deleted in my time frame from high school to now is hilarious, because I've had so many accounts and people are like, oh my gosh girl, where have you been? And then as soon as, like, I just feel agitated to the point where I just feel like this is too much, I need a break from social media, I need a detox, I need a cleanse, I will delete my entire page. I remember when I used to live in Maryland, I went an entire year without Instagram, without a phone overall. I had no phone, literally. Work was across the street from me. I just walked, punched in, walked back home, across the street. It was like, and there was a Walmart down the road, like 2 blocks, so that's walking distance as well. So I really just didn't need a phone. And y'all know Walmart didn't have Apple Pay back in that time, so like, literally, everybody reacts to social burnout differently. I would say me going MIA all the time is not really good, because people need to know where you are at all times. Your people need to know where you are at all times, because of the gravity of the situation that is going on in society right now. People are going missing. People are getting detained. It is imperative that at least 2 of your day ones, or people that you love and trust, know where you are. Can they say, okay, let me check her location, let me check his location, where is he at, what's he doing, what's his schedule right now, right? Next up, I want to say is that friendship is an extra and community isn't optional. You need people in your life. I always say this, no man is an island, no man stands alone. The Bible said as well, lean on your brother when you need a hand. Wait, that's a song, but the Bible still says something about leaning on your brother, right? I think I want to find that Bible scripture. The next thing is that isolation is not a flex. I'm shading myself right now. Isolation is not a flex, but sometimes, every once in a while, you just get so drained and you just feel like you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't want to answer the phone, you don't want to, you don't want to leave your house, you're bed rotting for days on end, you're not eating, you've lost your appetite. Life can be a lot, and that's why I always say you have to consistently extend grace to yourself, because if you were in a state of mind where you don't know how to find the ways to express yourselves, you do not want to be in a situation where you're jumping off a balcony, okay? You don't want to find yourself in a situation like that. That's why I said for 2026, our word is survive. And people always look at the word survive and say that scarcity mindset. When I say survive, I mean constantly showing up. Always showing up. Moment you open these two gifts that God have blessed you with, you need to show up. And sometimes showing up is just saying, I am here. Sometimes you don't even have to do anything for the day. You just need to survive the day. I'm telling you, we're in February. We have 10 more months to go in a couple weeks. There is so much opportunity left in 2026. We just have to keep surviving. We have to keep showing up. We have to consistently extend grace to ourselves, because the tables will turn. They always do. You just have to be patient enough to wait for the storm to pass over, right? Where am I? Yes. A quick tip on building community is that there's never gonna be a perfect schedule. You're never gonna have a perfect schedule. Everybody's not gonna have the same time frame. Like currently right now I work overnight shifts. All my friends work day shift. So like right now, if it wasn't my day off, I'd probably be sleeping right now. And if everybody would be like going out to brunch, I'd be tired. You don't have to wait for perfect schedules. You can still plan. You can normalize a short hangout. Sometimes, shout out to my friends, because sometimes they just be passing my avenue and be like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Here's the water. I'm like, okay, thank you. Oh, you don't want my water? And you just crack two jokes, and like sometimes just seeing your friends will just give you that little beam you needed for the day, that little reassurance that life gonna keep going. Life isn't that bad after all. Sometimes you just need to have a little one-on-one with your favorite oomph. Literally. I said this before, combine errands with friends. So like if you're going to do a food run, if you're going shopping, if you're going to even the doctor, if your friend has the availability to follow you. I hate the dentist, but if my friend's going to the dentist, I'm behind her like, yes, I got your back, but from over here, because I'm scared of the dentist. I need to get over that fear too. The next thing is that accept that friendship looks different now. That's the most important thing. I said it before last week. You're in your 20s. This is a new stage of life. You've just transitioned into, you've never been here before. Friendship in high school and college is going to look completely different from how it's going to look in adulthood, because everybody has different work schedules. People are now having kids. People are getting married. People are traveling. People are going after their dreams. People are finding themselves. There's just so much going on. It's not gonna feel the same, but that doesn't mean that it's a threat. I always say that a lot of cultures outside of Jamaican culture see things differently than how we see things. Because the moment when someone says that, oh, I've never heard that before, that's so strange, they start to see it as a threat because it's foreign to them. But just because it's foreign doesn't mean it's a threat, right? I'm wrapping up because, oh my gosh, I think this is the longest I have yapped for you two. I always make it short and sweet for y'all. But as I said before, accept that your friendship is gonna look different now. And personally, I think I wrote this because of how I see myself, or how my friends tell me they see me. Be the person who creates space. Community doesn't magically appear. Someone has to build it. My current aim right now on TikTok is to build a community of Jamaican people who know that the patterns that were existing before in our childhood are questionable, and we should question them. We should talk about them despite the fact if those topics are taboo, because growing up, certain things we weren't able to talk about in our Jamaican culture. And I know it's a lot because not everybody's able to host, not everybody has the capacity to be a welcoming space. Everybody is assigned a different role in the friend group. I believe I am the space. I believe my friends are the cooks You have people who are good at selecting music, people who are good at bringing the vibes, people who are just good at their own thing. That's why I'm always saying it is imperative that you have your own personalities, because if everybody is copying everybody and everybody's trying to be like everybody, we just gonna have a whole bunch of copy and pastes, a whole bunch of friendly groups, or a whole generation of monkey sees monkey do's. Everybody just be riding on each other. I mean, it's sad to say that we don't get to experiment with our 20s because of how harsh life is for us, especially in this current society that we're in. But your 20s should be experimental. You shouldn't feel like you have to lock in with one thing and just stick with it. Just like in high school when they were like, okay, this is what you're gonna be, and that's what you're gonna be forever. Your 20s are for you. Your 20s are for growth. Your 20s are for the pursuit of a tomorrow that is better than today. Your 20s are for seeing what options you have and learning your passions, because the passions you had in high school or when you were a child must necessarily be the same passions you have today. They don't must necessarily be, right? So, like I said, learn how to build community without a schedule. It's a worthy skill relearning. Like I always say, we have so much to unravel from our childhood. We have to unlearn some things, we have to relearn some things, and we have to always be open to the act of learning, because you don't know everything, you don't have all the answers, okay? And learn how to take constructive criticism. Yes, some people can be very disrespectful with how they relay certain information, and they don't know how to articulate themselves very well. So be mindful of that as well. But like I always say, this is your first lap in adulthood. You have never been here before. Extend grace to yourself. You need people in your life. No man is an island. No man stands alone. Please, if you can work on anything in the month of February, work on being a better friend.